you said 20% of church women have had abortions. I've never heard that before. And out of ignorance, I'm saying that, not like, how could you say that? I'm saying, what kind of, how do you think the people that come into your clinic feel about Christianity or the church? Because we're not good overall. You know, I'm kind of indicting a whole group of people, which is unfair, but I don't know that, I'm wondering, do people see the church as a compassionate, empathetic environment where they can bare their soul and be lifted up? Or do they see this as like, I would never go there or be a part of that because I would never be welcomed? I'm curious if you could speak to that. And again, you can't speak to all churches but
I can't
but in your
understanding.
understanding.
My understanding, I mean, you know, the clinic, you know, is there really, I mean, to share the gospel is secondary, you know, there. We're, you know, some days that happens, some days it doesn't.
Totally.
You know? But to get back to your question, you know, I've seen a lot of church hurt in a lot of our mamas and daddies, you know, and so we have to have wisdom and we have to have discernment on when we're interacting with each other, because, you know, I can't, it's not my job to condemn or to tell someone what they're doing wrong that's not my job. You know, my job is to really listen and to provide a safe space for people to share what it is they want to share, and, you know, and to be able to provide insight and resources and just really a kind, non-judgmental ear. That's my job.
Yeah.
First, you know? And I don't know if I answered your question.
No, I
but
feel like that's the answer for why we're all here.
yeah, 100%.
That's our job. That's
Absolutely.
all of it. Because I think it's easy to say, okay, well, girl, you got that gift. You're in the place where you're supposed to be. That's your job.
you go do that,
And so
yeah.
it's easy to be like, wow, your testimony and like the calling upon God and the calling of God upon your life, all these things fit together. And so I can feel really good about this conversation and be like, wow, you're right where you're supposed to be. But I want to walk away and say, God, what about me? How can
Absolutely.
you use me? How can I be that?
And I think one of the things we need to do is we need to stay in touch with our own shame stories.
Wow.
Because none of us are walking around here without shame.
100%.
Some level of it.
Yep.
And I think being able to just look within and stay there, you're able to show someone else some empathy and some sympathy and compassion. And when we can't start there as believers, we failed before we've even started.
Yep.
So that is how we're going to be able to, I feel, you know, that 20% of women in the church. We're all walking around here with something in our backpacks.
Yeah.
And we need to stay in touch with that.
Yeah.
It needs to be at the forefront of our hearts, because who are we to shame anyone else? Who are we to judge anyone else? Who are we to sit there and get on our little self-righteous little boxes that we sometimes can get on when we are also with sin?